think there's nowhere in the world like the Philippines for dating. The US, I think they say 32, go for the young, good-looking guy, not the old fat guy. But in the Philippines, it's really different, just in terms of meeting really wonderful, people. Yeah, you got to keep your foot on the brake when dating over here, or things will just go really quick.
Okay, well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in the streets of Cebu, Philippines, and today we have John with California Expat. Previous video we talked about business, what his experience has been. He's been here 4 years running his outsourcing company here in the Philippines. But in this video we're going to talk more about what it's been like for dating, his personal life, his day-to-day living experience here in the Philippines. You're single now?
I'm single.
What's the dating like here? What's your experience been?
I think there's nowhere in the world like the Philippines for dating, honestly. So I think that kind of like business, you do have to watch out for some, pitfalls over here. Not everybody is necessarily who they appear to be at the beginning. So, I would say that just in terms of meeting really wonderful, people, there's nowhere like the Philippines. I think Filipinos are just super sweet and caring, thoughtful. I think communication in English is something that is easier in the Philippines than a lot of other, countries in Southeast Asia as well. But I would definitely say take your time to really get to know somebody over here. Things happen so quick. You could really meet somebody here and it just kind of goes like on, I don't know, lightning speed or something. So you got to keep your foot on the brake when dating over here, or things will just go really quick. But I would definitely say Filipinos make great partners.
Yeah, and I agree 100%. And so you had mentioned you were married before, you have 4 kids. So your age, obviously, because a lot of my viewers are, I think, bulk are 35 to 65 in that range. So I think you're in that
I'm
range.
in the middle. I'm 50.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then I think that's a great age for here also, because a lot of Filipinos, they don't want, I'm 32, so I think I'm just getting at that age where a lot of them are comfortable, but even then, people have been like, you're too young.
It's very different here. Yeah.
So I think, what about for people that are, what's it like for, dating in your 40s or 50s? You just hit it, but, what's your experience like in the Philippines with that?
Yeah, for me, it's really simple. So, if we were both in the, US, I think they say 32, go for the young, good-looking guy, not the old fat guy. But in the Philippines, it's really different, where if you're a bit older, I think often Filipinos do like guys that are a little bit older as well. I think it's just
100%. They trust it more, right? Yeah.
Maybe. I think it's part of maybe living in a developing country where things just feel so unstable. I think maybe older guys feel a bit more stable, and so, is that all just because they want the money or things like that? I think there's a lot of debate about those type of things. I think, yes, there are some Filipinos like that, but I really think most, they're just looking for, who will be a great partner,
somewhere safe, right? Secure.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I talk about this too sometimes. I don't, personally, in my opinion, a lot of women, modern day security is finances, that's how you survive. So, and I think it's just instinctual, I think it's just kind of what it is. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I think, everything you have to have certain qualifications for, right? And it's
for sure.
I think some people connect the emotions. And obviously, I might, obviously it's, it's a relationship, it's different, it needs to be genuine. But people have to have certain compatibility, and one of those things is finances at times, and you got to get the money somewhere. So
the way I look at it is, if there was someone that was interested in me only because they felt like I could help them financially or their life would become better financially, I'd have zero interest in
and you can kind of sniff that out, right, after a while.
For sure.
It's kind of,
But if their thought is, well, if I'm with this guy, he's a nice guy, and he treats me well, and he's financially stable, and we have great compatibility and chemistry. If the finance piece is one part of a whole package, I think that's reasonable. I think guys are the same way. They're looking at a lot of factors. Some are superficial, and some are not so superficial.
They're looking at education, You know,
is she beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is she beautiful? Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, that might be first, second, and third, which is
Yeah,
also kind of
yeah.
superficial if that's the only thing a guy
Yeah,
looks at, right?
Yeah, I think you'll get your heart broken enough, just people in general, if you just, it's too stressful, in my opinion. You're mostly in Davao now, right?
So
lately
it's gone back and forth. So
yeah.
I really was in Cebu City for 4 years. For most of the last 6 months, I've been in Davao City with a couple of new business offices there.
Okay.
A little bit in Manila with a smaller office there. Now I'm starting up a new BPO with partners that'll be focused on the healthcare industry. And so that's bringing me back to Cebu a lot more now as well. So yeah, I'll really be back and forth between Cebu and Davao City every month.
Okay. So have you traveled a lot through the Philippines?
Not a lot.
Okay.
A bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been to, what's your favorite place right now that you've been to?
For everyday living, sorry Cebu people, but I really like Davao. And maybe that's just because I've been in Cebu for 4 years.
Yeah.
And
it's a little more laid back there, right?
It's really chill there and just a little bit more efficient and
cleaner.
It's so much cleaner.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cebu people, you know I love you.
With Duarte, the former president, he has that. That's like his. Wasn't he the governor there or something? Or
he was the mayor there for a long time. Then his daughter Sarah, who's the current Philippines vice president, was mayor there for a long time.
Okay.
Now the son Sebastian is the mayor there. So
the family's running it. So they keep it pretty. They keep it, but they keep it pretty buttoned up, right?
Absolutely. So people follow the rules there, and with traffic, and a lot of people say that's the safest city in the Philippines, and I really think it's that the family there has really done a great job with those type of things there.
I guess we'll have to do the generic. What would you say for guys that you're thinking about maybe, because tons of people are moving here. I saw a number that 80,000 expats have moved to the Philippines, and I don't know if that was in 1 year or that's been since COVID, but it was staggering. I was like, wow, that's a lot. So there's obviously a big migration. What would you say to guys that maybe, there's a lot of guys always watching, thinking about moving here, visiting? What would you kind of recommend, or, what's your advice from your experience,
Yeah, I'd highly recommend doing what I did, which is, try to come over here a few times before moving here, and certainly at least once. I regularly come across expats that have the guts to just move over here.
Yes, crazy. Which I don't. Sorry to interrupt. Do not do that. I'm sorry. Spend as much as you can, time as you can first, right?
Absolutely. Because personally, the Philippines is home to me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be in the world than the Philippines. But that doesn't mean that everybody will feel that way. So
100%.
I would definitely say, spend a little bit of time here and really get to know the people, really be patient. I think it's so easy to just jump into things here because it feels like everybody's so warm and welcome, but you really got to take more time to get to know people. Here, I'd say travel around to different places. Cebu City, where we are right now, is a great middle of the road place. If you like a more kind of relaxed place, I think Davao City is worth checking out. I hear a lot of things about places like Iloilo, which I haven't been yet, and I want to check out. If you want a bigger city life, definitely Manila is good for that. Some, people just want, a quieter life, and there's a lot of smaller towns for that as well. But just realize you're not going to have a lot of your Western conveniences, in those places. But definitely, I would say just come over here and get the journey started.
100%. I have to say too, travel as many places as you can. I would say spend as much time as you can in those, because I've noticed that when I was traveling after 2 or 3 months, I feel like the itch kind of got scratched. And I was like, okay, wait, I think I've had enough of this place. Maybe let's check somewhere out. Or I didn't like it as much, or I didn't like it in the beginning, but I liked it more in the end. So I highly recommend that. So all right, so check out John then on California Expat and the American Entrepreneur in the Philippines. And so thanks, John. Appreciate you having me.
Been great being here. Thanks for having me.
Okay. All right, everybody. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.